live! Hey! Fortnite
That's
4!
incoherent.
Very incoherent in all times. Well, welcome back.
It's been a fortnight.
It's been a fortnight, huh? Anybody like our last one? Did you guys listen to it?
Yeah, I
The
did.
Lost World.
Lost World.
Lost World.
Liked it a lot.
I liked it. I thought it was a little too loud during the action scene.
Yeah.
I was surprised how clear it came
Overall,
out.
though, I thought it was fun.
I thought for sure it was going to be just a garbled mess.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
That was good.
I thought so. I mean, I think pretty much everything we do is a garbled mess.
Good point.
It's incoherent. It's really fun kind of editing it, because I guess that's really my listen. I have a hard time listening afterwards, because
right.
I've already listened to it like 4 or 5 times.
Right.
But it's like, it's very fun and incoherent.
It's very incoherent. Well, big shout out to Japan.
Yeah.
Shout out to who else?
8%
The
in the
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Big shout out to the Netherlands. Thanks for downloading. So we got Charles here, Flash shirt.
Yeah.
Good shirt.
I had a Marvel shirt, but I wore it yesterday to the movie.
Ah.
It had Spider-Man on it and the whole
Yeah,
plan.
I actually avoid that.
Really?
I'm glad that you have the nerve to do it. I can't do it. I feel like even though I know that I'm secretly I'm a nerd. I feel like I want to be the guy walking in like I don't even know if I like these. Who? What are we on? I thought
Spider Bro? Like,
That's why I won't
thought we
wear,
were seeing Fast 9.
I won't wear the specific hero,
Yeah.
but I wore War Machine.
Mm.
Kind of in hopes that I'd get a War Machine.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
It would have been kind of cool if he was in the happy role. It was just like,
What,
"Yeah,
like
I'm babysitting the kid.
With what? With like a Charles Xavier wheelchair?
He was walking on Stark bracers at the end of.
He ain't walking. He ain't walking. War
He
Machine.
could have been in the suit.
They might as well have killed War Machine. This was worse. They crippled him.
I told you that was a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. They do that.
He's terrible. I mean, I like him, but that's it. Okay, welcome back. We have Rob and a.
It's an Invisible Woman shirt.
I like that.
Okay.
And you two are matching then.
Mine's gray. I have a gray shirt. We got Napoleon in a Black Panther shirt.
It's a good shirt.
That's a great shirt.
It's great for the shirt.
Are you still consistently watching the trailer every day?
Yes.
It's like part of your daily routine. You wake up, brush your teeth, take a shit, watch the trailer.
I'll watch it on my phone
Uh-huh.
during shit times, and then like as soon as I can get to my my living room, my 5.1 to myself, I'm throwing on there.
What
too.
happens when that comes out? You're gonna have to see that like as early as possible, right?
As early as possible.
When's that come out?
Possibly multiple.
February?
February of next year.
Oh, I wonder if we're in blackout. It'll suck if you have to work or something.
Yeah. Didn't it?
I mean, it does run into there, doesn't it?
I thought it.
I don't know.
It won't matter.
I might have to quit.
You just have to tell them now that you can't work February.
Yeah, we have holiday blackout stuff
Oh, really?
where like you cannot you cannot request, and it goes ridiculously long because basically for whatever stupid reason it's like all the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And it's like, really, no, it really should just be November and December. Really should just be December, let's be honest. But, like, November and December, but it takes all of January, and sometimes it, like, gets into February.
It took,
too.
yeah. I want to say it took the first week of February,
Yeah.
and this is supposed to be like a Valentine's Day type release.
Yeah.
A lot like Deadpool.
Yeah. That makes sense. Black Panther means Valentine's.
Love is in the air.
I love it.
Love is in the air. 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 Can you be my Valentine? Yes. Cool. So what are we talking about today, huh?
That terrible twin. No.
Game of Thrones is coming back.
Yeah, Thrones is
Dude,
next
Game of
week.
Thrones.
It
It's
is
next
next week. Saki's almost caught up.
That's
She's
awesome.
Oh, wow.
on episode 7 of season 6.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
We
Good
post
job.
today. I will make sure.
So she's post Oprah.
She's post Oprah Pop. Yeah, unfortunately.
How did
She looked away.
She looked away.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did
she
she-
looks away at those scenes.
Did she feel bad for Oprah?
Oh yeah, she hated that part.
Do you
She
warn
loved
her?
Oh, I don't tell her anything. She
Okay.
knows a lot though because
Oh.
of just spoiler. Like she knows Jon Snow dying and coming back, which I was like, oh, that's a bummer. So it's just it. And Fortnite 5 Lexi. What'd you think?
Because I didn't know it was happening until it happened.
Apparently, my
Right. Yeah.
And it was. That's one that just haunts me.
Which
Yeah,
one?
that was
The
rough.
Oberyn?
Oberyn was the worst one for me ever. Like, that still haunts me sometimes because I liked Oberyn as well. And I thought, like, because you think you think in shows and in TV, like, yes, they shock you on certain things, but you kind of think there's always, like, a little bit of a formula. And the formula made way too much sense of, like, him winning because of the way the whole thing was set up. It's kind of like, it still doesn't even make that much sense that he lost. Like, and the plot of things is just sort of like, wow, so, like,
He didn't lose.
Well, and the whole thing is that his character story arc literally went nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting writing. It's a different way to do it, but normally you don't close a character like that. Like, he kind of came in, he was badass, and then died.
Then what?
And then wasn't. And then just like when he has lines in the beginning, he's like, oh, "This is not the day I die." Like, I won't leave you. And then by the end of that scene, his head is popped. Not only is he dead, it's popped.
No recovery.
And the mountain,
no mystery.
And the mountain is still walking around. I know, like, there's technically, oh well, he got the mountain too. The mountain's dead. It's like, I don't know. Mountain's still out there. So like, Oberyn accomplished nothing.
Doing exactly what the mountain wants to do with life anyway.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Really better.
Well, the reason for Oberyn was to get Dorne involved.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I get it.
right.
I mean, I get it, but you know what? As a character of just Oberyn.
Right. He's one of those. I always hate when you have a character you like and their only purpose is to be something for another character. Like, well, we needed this character to sacrifice so, like, Jon Snow grew as a character. Well, I like that character. Don't sacrifice.
Right.
him.
Yeah.
Well, it was like badass. That fight was really badass. Like, the idea was like,
No,
fast.
it was good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving.
Yeah,
on.
we'll get too far off base.
Moving on. We've already skyrocketed off base.
Incoherent.
Incoherent. We all have seen Spider-Man: Homecoming. Lost my train of thought, but Spider-Man: Homecoming.
It was a thing we
That
saw.
was a thing we saw. So let's do a quick dick pick.
Quick dick pick.
Quick dick pick. Napoleon.
Dick Hard.
Dick Hard.
Firm.
Firm's good.
Firm?
Firm's good. Dick Hard. I'm Dick Hard.
It was good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was great.
It was enjoyable.
I thought it was great. Yeah, I didn't have any. I don't have any really nitpicks either. I mean, I could nitpick, right? But I'm not a nitpick guy anymore.
I like
That's
it.
not what I
I
do.
like it.
Honestly, no nitpick. Dick up.
Dick up.
No nitpick. Dick up. I mean, at the very beginning, I was a little kind of like, I don't know if I want to deal with this whole high school thing.
Right.
I was a little like,
right,
that's so
yeah.
high schooly.
I didn't want to deal with it.
And then I decided like maybe like a couple more minutes in, I was like, you know, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take the high school thing. It's fine. You know, he's kind of funny. I actually liked his friend. I didn't like his friend at first.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up liking his friend. I ended up kind of thinking his friend was funny. I kind of liked his hat.
Digging that hat.
I like that. I like that. He's like, it's giving me confidence. And then like, I was like, it's not working.
It's like real life.
I liked when he was all excited when he was like, the computer guy.
I'm the chair guy.
I'm the chair guy. So I kind of like that. I didn't like the Flash character.
I did not like Flash Thompson.
Because like knowing Flash Thompson from the comics, he was hard to deal with.
Yes.
Like this is like not Flash Thompson. This is like
But in my positivity,
I
I have no idea what high school's like right now.
well,
I'm double.
I thought I
true.
More than double.
I caught this at the very end.
That's depressing.
I caught this at the very end. At least I think I'm right here because Michael Keaton's character, when he's talking to Peter and the girl in the car, she says like, "Oh, anybody that goes to that high school." So I think they're at like a special high school, like a smart.
Oh, they're at a special smart high school.
So it makes sense that like there wasn't going to be like a Flash Thompson like
a
jock.
Yeah.
Right, because he's usually a
version.
jock, right?
Yeah, he's
That's
usually
what I
a
was
jock.
like-
So it was just they just brought in a dicky Flash
And
Thompson.
he's obviously stupid rich because his dad's car was
So
the
he
Iron Man
was just
car.
like instead of being a jock dick, he was like the rich dick. But I mean that was a little weird for me. I was kind of like I know Flash. I mean, I knew the character too much to be like this is not Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I feel like Peter Parker, just normal Peter Parker, like no Spider-Man, could like beat the shit out of that guy. like that guy's way out of his league, bullying Peter Parker,
Right.
Peter Parker. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that guy can like take his dick
I
out.
guess it was
and
the-
whip you
I guess it was the idea of,
across
like,
the fucking hall.
It was like more like he was just like a verbal dick, right? Because
Yeah.
it was like never going to be an altercation between them.
Right, yeah.
It was just that type. I didn't. So that was a little weird for me, but I mean, I still didn't really give a shit. It was fine.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the little. I didn't like the. I always have to start out negative. Can I just fucking be positive?
Nope. It's not your way.
What's
But I
her
like
name?
that
You know
try.
the girl that takes over at the end. Of
Michelle. MJ.
Yeah, I didn't like.
MJ,
I didn't
I
like
did
that
not
she
like
was.
that.
It's like I don't like when they shoot like like she's MJ. Like we know who MJ is, Mary Jane. Like don't
Not
give
Michelle.
us an MJ,
That's
but
not-
not give us an MJ. Like don't fucking fucking do that.
Just don't do it.
Just don't even have Mary Jane at all. I don't give a shit. Don't have an MJ.
Right. Yeah.
Don't have an MJ.
You're perfectly fine with no MJ.
Yeah, those are my only two like real complaints. Other than that, I like enjoyed the movie a lot. And I even liked the high school stuff. I especially towards the end, I was fine with it. I liked like everybody. I kind of liked the girl. I liked the loner girl. I thought she was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Liked his buddy. Yeah, it was good.
MJ.
I liked
Yeah,
that.
you
I
liked
liked MJ. I didn't like that her name was MJ, but I liked her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just cool. I liked the teacher.
It was well written. Like everybody's lines and
They were all real
everybody's
funny.
acting was really
Yeah,
good.
it was really good.
I just like for the whole high school kind of part of the stuff, I was just kind of along for the ride.
Uh-huh.
And then, as we get spoilers deep into this review, when Michael Keaton's character opens the door, my heart just jumped.
Yeah, I did
And
not.
that was along for the ride. Like my heart was pumping. Then I was in because I thought maybe like he's gonna know where he is or he's gonna attack him, but I did not expect him to be just opening the door as a dad.
Yeah, that was good. That was good too.
That
So
was
for
great.
the quick second, I was like, oh shit, like he's onto him, and he's kidnapped the family, and then like really quickly you're like, oh fuck, he's the fucking dad. That makes sense too, because he's like, hey, now we have all this money and shit.
And now it makes sense why he's so in. Because I was like, boy,
Yeah.
they're not developing the bad guy at all. He's just out there stealing for
Yeah.
stealing's sake.
Which I liked this aspect of the movie as well. I liked that like kind of all the bad guy was doing was just like a heist thing. It wasn't some like we're taking down New York.
Yeah.
You know, and I liked that it was just like it was just a heist, and that's all he was. It was kind of like Small Fries that he was like trying to
Yeah.
stop that, and that's why like because like sometimes we watch these especially when we talk about like Thor 2, where it's like the thing that happened in Thor 2 seemed worse than the incident. Like,
Right.
so I liked it like that. Wasn't too big. It makes sense that like Iron Man, like that guy, I'm just gonna call the FBI for him, type of thing. So I really liked.
I love that he had been checking up on the messages. Like I get that Peter was getting upset and kind of childish, but
Yeah.
Tony was checking up on him. He was listening to his view. Why couldn't you?
The only thing
I like that true.
I liked that. The only thing I didn't like about it was like, why don't you just fucking tell him?
I was gonna say.
Hey, I
he
called the
could've easily told
FBI.
him.
Don't worry about it.
Resolved it.
But
Most.
it's a movie.
But yeah.
Rob, rip it apart.
We need your special powers.
I don't know. I don't really like have the hate in this one. I liked it. I mean, it was good. Like all the characters were good. I loved the Vulture. I thought was really good.
Vulture was great.
Yeah.
Which normally I look at the Vulture and I'm like, God, this is the worst villain. Why are you even a villain?
Yeah.
It's a good villain.
He was great.
He's a great villain.
Mike Keaton was cool. I liked what they did with his back. I don't know that much about the regular Vulture, so I can't be like if I was a Vulture
Yeah,
fan,
I
I'd be like,
don't.
this is so wrong. But I mean, like not knowing, I kind of liked what they did with his. I kind of liked like how they did it.
I like the suit. I like the
Suit was great.
like the
Looked cool.
pilot's
The pilot jacket?
Pilot
Did that
jacket.
fly?
Pilot jacket was
fine.
Pilot jacket was a little too cool.
I was like,
Because at the end, I was kind of like, I like wanted him to get away.
I kind of wanted him to call out of there. Yeah.
Get the fuck
like
out
I
of
want a pilot's jacket now.
here. I was like kind of bummed that like he ended up being like kind of as bad as he was.
Yeah.
Because I kind of liked him. Because
Yeah.
they tried to make him likable in the very beginning. He's like kind of like the construction crew guy.
Yeah.
You know?
He's not like. I guess you could also see him as like not a terribly bad guy. Like I feel like he's relatable as like you could put yourself in that situation.
Well, it's
Be like,
one of those-
what would you do for your family?
Well, it's one of those
You know
things
what I
too, like because a lot of times like things escalate
Right.
and you start doing things you thought you'd never do.
Yeah.
And
Right.
eventually, like okay, I was willing to do this. I'm only willing to steal. I'm only willing to do this, and eventually it's like you are willing to kill maybe because
Right.
you just get caught up in it,
Mhm.
which seems like that's kind of what happened. I mean, like he didn't even necessarily even try to kill that one guy.
Right.
You thought it was
Right.
an anti-gravity gun.
It was like the wrong gun.
That was like one of my favorite parts.
That was great.
He just disintegrates that guy. It's like, oh shit.
That's the wrong gun.
It was funny because it was like, boy, they introduced the shocker for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, no shocker. Cool. That works.
Yeah,
I
I
like
was
those Keenwood guys.
I was a little bummed on the Shocker because I'm like a Shocker fan.
I'm a Shocker fan too.
So I was a little kind of like, yes, it's cool that they had like the shocking kind of glove in it, but I mean,
I would have liked him to have a costume.
I need costume.
I know.
need costume.
as lame as it sounds, I need costume.
I wanted
Yeah.
him to at least have the hood.
Right, something.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if they would have done, even for the Shocker, if they would have done like the half version of it, like sometimes like, Great, yeah. I see that you kind of have a suit on.
The jacket thing.
I would have been, but even with the Shocker, because I know he's such a minor role in it. I think I still would have been like a little more into it. He just would have had like even like just a little bit of a suit on. Didn't have to be full suit, but this was like or like two of them. Because Shocker has two of them as well. It was always just the one.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a little bummed. I mean, it's still cool that he was in it, but I was kind of like, I guess the idea is that maybe he still could just not be the Shocker. Like that's just the Shocker. Thing,
yeah.
right? Technically, somebody else could just get the fucking.
It's true.
Or he could,
it won't happen.
Or he could step up,
That's not good.
in the next one.
Because
That's what I was hoping for.
Because it's definitely more of a. It's definitely probably more of like a. That's it for Shocker. Like we got him in there, and Shocker was in there.
Go ahead.
Because they got the Shocker, he was webbed to a bus, and they got the Vulture, but the Tinkerer scot-free, right? We didn't see him.
Is that who that is?
What?
Yeah, the guy making all the gear for them.
Oh, it's a Tinkerer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
I guess he's.
Yeah,
I've
you do.
heard.
Tinkler.
I've heard he's like a Spider-Man villain, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know they had just a whole villain crew in there.
Yeah. That's kind of
Fucking
cool.
Sinister
That's
Six
cool.
right there.
Yeah,
Right,
and that's one of the things they did. It did feel like they set up like
T-Scorpion.
another kind of universe within a universe there.
So that's who that fucking was. I was about to ask it. Like I didn't really pick up on who the guy was supposed to be.
I had to Google his name later.
I didn't catch his name enough.
Yeah,
What is his name? Like I kind of know Scorpion's name. I think if I heard it.
I'll get it for you real quick.
But I did notice the Scorpion tattoo on his neck now.
Yeah. I feel like, they shot it.
They kind of did show that.
Yeah.
I was staring at the scar so hard. I'm like, that's not the Iron Man 1 guy, is it?
Well, that's what's
Doing
confusing.
here?
I mean, for one point, I thought he kind of looked like he had scars. I was like, is this supposed to be fucking Zaz or something? And then I realized it's like not even that's DC. It's like fucking Marvel.
Zaz. He's like one of those. Such a lame villain.
Zaz.
How about the principal? He's like the grandson of the Japanese Howling Commando.
Oh yeah, okay,
And
yeah. I mean, I knew,
I just thought that was cool.
I knew I recognized the actor. So that's.
I was like,
I
is he playing his own grandson? I love that.
That's literally like his name. Did you caught his name? Like his name is.
Yeah, his name is Principal.
Good catch, Naps.
Morita.
I recognized that guy.
Morita.
I didn't know why I recognized him.
Yeah,
So, I forgot he was actually in Cap 1.
and his father is.
I don't recognize.
I don't know what you guys.
He was
are
one of the
talking
Hailing Commandos. He's like the Asian Hailing Commando. He was
Mac
cool. He was cool in it too.
Mac Gargon.
That's what the guy. See, that's not Scorpion's typical name. I don't think.
about. Matt sounds familiar. I
Max.
don't remember.
Mac.
Max. Oh, I
Are you on?
I went IMDb for
No.
character name.
No.
Well, I would because the one that they used in the movie.
Somebody else start talking. Let's do some real-
do up do.
So, I'm trying to think because I normally come up with negative stuff. I'm trying to think of negatives.
I got one, but
Do it.
Yeah, go for it. If you got a negative,
I didn't like how the ending played out and how he got his suit back. I thought that was stupid in my opinion.
Like the not.
Because Tony took away his suit because he almost got a bunch of people on a boat killed, which makes perfect sense to me. And he's like, what if you killed somebody or got somebody killed, and what if you got killed? That's on me. And then he's in his pajama suit, and he goes and basically takes down a plane, and crashes it. It just happened to be in I'm guessing an abandoned building because. And then all of a sudden Tony pats him on the back good job, here's the suit back, and welcome to the Avengers. It's just that was stupid and it made no sense to me. If anything, he'd be okay, we're keeping an eye on you.
Damn it.
I get why he did that, because he wanted to catch him in the act, and then Happy wasn't listening to him, so he had to do something. But he could have also been the route hey, I know who this guy is, I know where he lives. I know this guy, he's already threatened me, and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
And even if he did follow through and do it, why did Tony Stark be oh, good job, here's the suit back?
Yeah,
He
that's
should have
the
been
only-
yeah, no.
That was the only weird thing. I was like,
thought that
what
was
was the
stupid.
difference between what he did at the very end
Exactly.
compared to the boat?
Exactly.
They did it without the suit.
Right.
I thought that was a little. I mean, I
stupid.
didn't. It was enough for me to kind of in my head question it for a second. I don't understand why that earned it back. Yeah, it's cool that he stopped him, and I guess that's the idea. So if you would have stopped him on the boat, it would have been fine.
Right.
So you can't fuck up.
I think.
You can't fuck up Age of Ultron.
Right, yeah.
Turn around fuck you, Tony.
Yeah,
You're the
Tony
worst.
Stark was pretty. I was actually pretty annoyed with him in this movie. He was very.
I'm always annoyed with that.
Yeah, he was, but
I'm over
for some reason, he was very especially douchey in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's always
He was
douchey.
pretty douchey.
but-
I felt like he turned it down. Like he didn't want to do that anymore. What he said at the end, he was like, Tony, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be the friendly neighborhood. I want to only stay
No, but-
with the small stuff.
I think we got
And
that.
so he gave him the suit back because he's only going to stay in his lane.
Yeah, but he.
And
That's,
he'll
That's
take
not the
off.
point. I get that, but that's not
Yeah,
the point I'm
I get
talking
that.
about. I'm just talking about that, like, going from where he, like, took the suit from him, you're like, fuck you, you're done, like, stop doing, you're not even like anything anymore. You're dead to me. And then, like, he stops him and does all that shit, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, you're on the team, man. You made it. You're good. And it's kind of like, I'm not sure what the difference of what happened on that boat in comparison to how, because just because he stopped it. So if you pull it off, you're good. But if you fuck up, you're fucked. I thought it was pretty cut and dry. I thought a little bit, like
I thought it really was a test.
the whole thing. You thought I don't know though, which I didn't like that either. Because if it was a test, then I thought that I don't. Because he seemed too emotional, and it seemed too real and too emotional when they're on that roof and he got out of the thing. Like, oh, if it's important enough, you wouldn't be. Why are you here? And he gets out of there, and he's like legit. He seemed like a real emotion. He like kind of like. So I think he kind of has a little bit of like a. I don't think Tony wants to say it, but it's like I think he has a little bit of like a father-son thing kind of going with him.
Yeah.
And he likes him because he's smart. I think he sees himself in him, and that's what it is. So I
Yeah.
think he was serious. Like, I want you to be better than me,
yeah.
type of thing. So there's no way that was just a test. Like, like, it's like, I don't know. I just didn't think that was that great of a transition.
No.
Do I accept it? I accept it. I'm fine with it. I mean, it's fine.
I agree with you, Charles. That was pretty.
Yeah.
I understand
the
why he
whole
said-
ending.
And I thought I thought him getting the suit back, that part makes sense. Him not him making the choice of not doing the Avenger.
That makes sense to me.
I get why he got the suit sent back to him. I get that.
Just Tony's erratic up and down.
Right.
Tony's erratic up and
Exactly.
down.
Yeah, that's what I don't.
Because he went from like thinking he was great. Anytime he succeeds, it's great.
Yeah.
Because he's even called him like, "Hey, great job in Washington D.C." And then like the boat thing happens. You fuck you. You're done. You're done. And then he like stops the vulture like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you want to be an Avenger?"
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Basically, don't fuck up.
don't fuck up and you're good.
Let Tony free.
Yeah.
Tony Freak, you don't.
I guess I'd be the same way too if I was the Sargent.
I know.
And somebody did an awesome job. It's like, oh, awesome! Like you're getting promoted, and they fuck up. Oh, you're fired. Like,
It's true.
yeah.
I didn't. I was anybody else kind of sad when they're like, "Yeah, they sold Avengers Tower." Like, sold Avengers Tower?
I mean, it was just kind of weird.
Don't you like still, you keep
why-
the real estate?
Why sell it?
Yeah.
Why not just keep it?
keep it?
But, whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's got better things going on. Maybe he's got a hidden one but you gotta have one in the city, right? Close to the city?
Keep Avengers Tower. Why sell it?
I don't know.
Who sells a tower?
I say maybe put one on the water so you don't have like a
Not even.
Mandarin situation where they go and they blow up your base because they've already done this now.
Yeah.
Because if they blow up Avenger Tower, yeah, obviously that's an issue. It's right in the middle of the city.
I
It's
wouldn't
a big
even
target.
I wouldn't even necessarily make it like that much of a. I keep like 2 suits in there, a couple things, but like I don't know, just like keep
Just keep the
name.
top floor.
Just sponsor the tower.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all those other floors that people rent that space out.
Yeah, well, argument's sake, yeah, that's a huge terrorist target.
Yeah.
Like if you just got it's really the Starbucks tower, but they rent it from the Avenger Tower, then they blow it up because it's Avenger Tower. You lose a lot of Starbucks employees for no reason.
All right.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's just for argument's sake, though. I
No,
don't
that
know.
makes sense.
It's a comic book.
I was a little
Keep the
sad.
damn
I was
tower.
just a little sad. I was a little sad when that happened for me.
I have a question. So,
I don't know why is Happy such an asshole.
Yeah,
Happy's
Happy.
an asshole.
I think Happy's always a dick. You just
He
can't.
kind of, yeah.
You just don't see it because he's not a dick to Tony because he's like scared of Tony. But
Maybe that's why he's called Happy. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
It's like a joke.
I also just don't think he wanted to deal with the kid. I don't think he liked his job, but he got like put with him.
I don't think I would have handled it good.
I have a question. So the new place they like moved to,
Uh-huh.
isn't that the same place we saw in Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, and
It's the same one that they've seen in Civil War too.
they've had it. I think they've had it. He just because he says he remodeled it. They remodeled it, and I
So-
think he just hadn't moved all his stuff there.
Because I thought it was like the timeline was like different, but I was like, well, no, it's 2 months after Civil War, right? So I was like, wait.
Yeah, I
think
thought
of, like the timeline of everything.
I thought that at first too. I was like, oh, is the timeline supposed to be different? Or this
Right.
is supposed to be like in the like
past.
In the past, and then they mentioned something about it being remodeled and all that stuff.
Right. Okay. I missed that.
I like what he was talking about, like his room next to Vision.
Yeah. It was like walls.
It's not big on doors
Yeah.
or walls.
Is Vision the only one there? Who's left? The rest of them all-
Cap's prototype shield.
I don't
But it's
know.
not
Gas
like-
probably. I heard that.
It's not like Black Panther's in there. He's got his own spot.
Right. Yeah.
War Machine.
War Machine.
Scarlet
War
Witch.
Machine,
Or Scarlet
do
Witch is
rehab.
in jail, right?
Yep.
She's in jail.
Yeah. Well, no. Cap broke them all out.
That's right. Yeah.
So they're
that's
all
right,
out on the
that's
run.
right.
They would be.
Black Widow left.
Widow left.
No wonder he wanted Spider-Man. He wanted somebody there.
It's like I'm tired of Vision.
Right.
Who else is there?
There's nobody else.
It's Vision.
It's Vision.
Vision's the only guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Vision
rough.
and possibly War Machine rolling around in a Professor X chair.
Because
He's
all the
doing
other
PT downstairs.
Dude, it's PT. PP touch.
It's PT touch.
You don't work either. So, what was the whole thing? Because wasn't there like a thing where like they thought Pepper wasn't going to come back? Like, wasn't the actress like Gwyneth Paltrow wasn't going to be?
She was out of contract. She had fulfilled her contract. So
Oh, okay.
and like all of them, they're just all like, well, once I'm done, I'm out, I'm free.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, well, we kind of
Let's push it down.
we could do like the crappy
Damn, girl.
off-camera breakup thing, or you know, maybe
Because they
we just
did do that.
maybe just shell out some more money.
Remember they did that?
And, yeah, I know. I know, man. I know. I was there.
I don't know, like if people were happy to see her. I wasn't happy.
I was.
I was happy to see her. I always liked that.
I was surprised to see her. I was like, oh, Gwyneth Paltrow's
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was kind of a fun cameo. Popped up.
Okay, fuck me.
It totally means she can be the one to get the kill shot on Thanos. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, does she still have her powers? Somebody asked me
No,
that.
they cured her powers in
Okay.
Iron Man 3.
That's right.
When they got rid of the arc reactor.
Yeah, and then he's no longer Iron Man, right?
Yep. Which basically says he's not going to be Iron Man anymore. Then Civil War pops up and he's Iron Man again.
With all his plastic suits.
PVC is easier to shape.
Did you guys like everybody like Aunt May?
Ah, Aunt May was hot.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think we got enough Aunt May.
She's fun.
She was like funny and stuff. I thought we'd get maybe a couple more Aunt May scenes.
I like. She was very anti. Just
Yeah.
dropping them off at the party,
Yeah, I like that.
catching them at the end.
Yeah,
that
was funny.
That was real good.
that was funny.
I like that. Yeah.
She wasn't as hot.
yeah. I was just gonna say, like, they're playing her up like she was like way too hot, and she kind of didn't look that hot in this one. In the first, when we first got introduced
Oh, she
to
was
her,
fine.
It was hot.
I don't know. I just like her hotness was down. I don't know.
I think maybe that was. I think it was the idea because we were just excited there was a hot Aunt May.
We made her
No,
hotter
it's
in our
just
minds.
when she was in
In
Civil War, she was smoking, but in this one, she was. I don't know. She's still hot. It's just it was.
I just like that Aunt May is like not some old annoying lady.
Yeah.
So
Grandma
I'm
May.
very happy about Aunt May.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Like Grandma May. Is
I was sick of Grandma
so
May. It's like, what's the age difference between you and your sister or you and your brother or whatever?
Right.
That like it's his parents.
It's
It's like what, like 20 years? Like,
yeah, and it's not even as much
Jesus.
that for me. It's like whatever. I mean, it could be one of those things where like your sister's super old.
Right.
I just don't feel like dealing with some old lady.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that. Peter.
I'm like, oh god, like at least Aunt May gets to be kind of fun. She gets to be like funny in scenes and kind of fun. You know?
Stark wants to bang her.
It's hard to look
The whole thing.
Everybody wants to bang her in that
Yeah.
universe.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was-
I thought that was weird though, because it's like, yes, I get that like it's hot Aunt May, but like it was kind of like she's not like even when she was smoking in Civil War, as you
Okay.
put it.
It's not like porn
She
star.
still wasn't like where you sit down and like people are bringing her free food. hot.
Right.
I mean, that's like
That was a little too much, I thought.
That was too
not like
much.
Gal Gadot sitting there. or
Yeah,
something.
and if it's Gal Gadot, you bring her
I
the
mean,
sweet sticky rice and all that
Yeah.
Now, if Gal Gadot was there,
stuff.
it would make sense.
Yeah.
It's sticky for a different reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made that sticky yourself.
I just realized that.
This used to be regular rice.
Great.
But yeah, so it's not like that.
That's more Japan listeners.
Oh.
So yeah, that was good.
It's good. It's an entertaining movie. I liked it a lot.
It's really good. I'm excited for the universe of
Very
Spider-Man.
good. I liked that it was called Homecoming, and they actually worked in the homecoming dance.
Yeah.
I thought that was dumb, but I
thought that
knew
was
it was
dumb,
coming,
too.
so I still accepted it.
I thought that was a great way to make it work.
It's fun being on my side now.
I'm on Rob's side. Like, how did this happen? Like,
Enjoying
I'm just
everything.
sitting-
I enjoyed everything. At the very end, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot it was
Why
called
do you
Homecoming.
need it to be homecoming?
Yeah, right. It's like, why can't we just have Peter in high school and his algebra test coming up, but he's gonna beat the vulture?
Why can't he have Homecoming?
Why does he need homecoming?
Why do they need homecoming?
Why not? It's part of the. It's just like more going on.
I guess that makes sense.
Like,
It
you want
really
to just want to like
affect the
sit in
movie
his
at all.
room like, oh, I'm studying.
I want to see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's the
Like,
lecture.
I want to
Thank
see
you.
Spider-Man. I don't want to see him studying for
No,
Spanish.
but you have to have character. You have to have character development and other things going on too.
Do we?
Did he
Part of his life.
develop? He didn't really develop. He was still
He
like the
developed.
same guy. He was doing the same thing.
Yeah, but you don't want to know more about if a Cyclops in a movie, you just want him optic fucking booming
No, but
the whole time. You don't want
I
to know.
do.
You don't want to know. Like the whole movie's just like, where's Cyclops? He's just like only in the practice room, like dang, dang, dang. And then the next time you see him, he's out there like, let's go, bang. Like you don't want to hear like anything
I
about
don't
him. Like,
want to see him go to homecoming dance, which is they had the high school stuff in there, but they didn't really need to have it in there. I don't
he's in
think.
high school though. He's 15
I
years
know,
old.
but it's
But
like,
going to the
That's the difference with his
spelling
character.
bee or whatever he was doing,
that would have been
was like
fine.
good enough.
Yeah,
That was fine.
Exactly.
Uh,
I don't need to go see him like
You don't need to
trying
see
on tuxes and learning how to dance. It's like, all right, fast forward. Like let's get over this.
They've done that.
You need that. shit.
Here's the reason you need them.
I don't.
You need
Here's the
that
reason
stuff.
you
You
need
need
them. On the fight, you idiots.
All right. We got
Okay.
to fight. Let's do
The
it.
DC one
Idiots.
at the conference or whatever, he's already decided in his life that he's gonna make the adult choices even though he's 15, and he leaves his friends, he ditches out on the cool stuff, and he does the saving thing, and it's like, hey man, you need to be a kid, and he's gonna calm down on it. He's gonna do the kid stuff, and he's doing that. He's having fun with his friends. They took away the suit, so he's having fun with his friends. He's studying. He's doing right in school. He's going to the dance with a hot chick, and he's happy. He's happy. He's not actually weighed down by the stress of his life and the fact that he has these powers. And he's going to the dance, and he's about to have like the pinnacle of 15-year-old fun, the hot chick at the dance, but he has to do the right thing for the world.
I
On the
guess.
city
I don't-
and go save the chick.
I
or
actually,
save the,
I actually kept
the
getting
city.
annoyed with him, like especially the pool party part when he was all like, "She's like, oh, we're going to the pool."
I was annoyed.
You fucking take that suit
Do
right
the-
off. You
do
throw
the
it back
pool.
in, and you go to that
You do the
pool.
pool choice.
Go
What are you
10
doing?
minutes.
Tracking those guys? Fuck them. Track them tomorrow. Like you go to that pool.
That's why
The hot chick comes by and says, "Oh, Peter, I'm excited that you're here. We're going to the pool. I'm already in my bathing suit. I want you to go to the pool. Yeah, go to the pool, Rob."
I would go to the pool.
Sounds like you wouldn't go to the pool.
No.
You wouldn't even be on the trip.
What I'm saying is he didn't grow. From the beginning he was doing that. So it's like
No, he did grow though, because in the beginning he said. In the beginning, he's like not wanting to do any of those school activities. He's basically wants to drop out of high school. He's like keeps ditching all of that stuff. He just wants to be an Avenger. And at the very end, he learns like, oh, you know what? Like I'm still a kid. I need to do all this stuff, go through all this, and then like I will earn and like I'll be an Avenger when I'm older, type of thing. Like I'm not ready for this really. You want him ready?
Now, here's the thing. When you have powers, you don't get to be a normal dude. That just doesn't happen. Like, nobody else is Spider-Man. You're fucking Spider-Man. Sorry you don't get to go to Homecoming. Like,
Spider-Man should be able to go to Homecoming.
if he wants to go, like, whatever. They don't need to do...
Spider-Man didn't get to go to Homecoming.
Yeah, he didn't go.
He
He didn't even get to go. Spider-Man didn't even
He
go.
did
to
go.
Homecoming.
He did go.
He didn't
He
get
walked
He
to-
didn't
in-
stay.
He
But he
basically
left.
walked through
He
Homecoming.
didn't get a punch.
Yeah.
He didn't get one spiked
He
punch.
didn't get a punch.
I'm just saying
He didn't get an edible. He didn't get
He
nothing.
didn't see his friend of the hat.
You know?
He did. He
Oh, he
saved
did.
him.
Oh, I love that part where he's like, "What are you doing in here? Watching porn."
Go, Rob. Go.
Whatever. It's a personal preference. If you guys want to see him in high school, for me, I've seen so many high school coming of age movies.
Yeah.
When you watch a superhero movie, and granted, there's been a million superhero movies now, but it's like when you hit it's just the same thing. The guy has the best friend, who's like, awkward, who helps him, and then the girl he likes happens to have a crush on him too, and then everything works out.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out, but it was gonna work out.
But it didn't work out.
You are 100% right. If
Yeah.
this came across my desk as the chooser of movies, no.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have to say, for the movie I got, good.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Enjoyed it.
This
High school.
is
And
the
I enjoyed
best.
high school.
I'm gonna say this is the best Spider-Man movie they've made, like period.
Oh yeah, I think so. Too.
Like 100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
The original ones were, they didn't age well. I liked them when I was at the time when I was a
Yeah.
kid, but
It aged terribly.
they aged terribly. And then the new one, whether or not the Amazing Spider-Man you liked it, the second one was undeniably a shit
It was
show.
so bad it
So
destroyed
horrible.
the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
So that's just for me as a personal preference. I like my superheroes to be supermen, I guess. And I don't like them to be boys. I don't like to see. It's the same thing with origin stories. I don't like to see Batman, take the Batwing out for his first test flight, and he kind of he nicks the wing on the building. Oh, sorry.
Because we've seen so many superhero
Exactly.
movies of them like stepping into the role. It's like we want a seasoned hero where they come out swinging.
But
Like,
at least we
wanna see
didn't
them
have
come
to
out
deal
swinging.
with like him getting bit by the spider.
True.
Spider's dead, man.
Yeah, Spider's dead. I was so happy to hear
See,
that.
I didn't get any of that from this. I thought this one was. I'm not saying this. None of these movies are ever fucking that much different. Even like when you watch
Yeah.
like anything, it's never that much different. But I mean, I thought it was like he's 15, like Spider-Man. Like the only thing that I was thinking for a second when I was a tiny bit not liking it in the beginning, I was realizing like, well, Spider-Man in general is not my guy. That's the reason why I've never been attached to Spider-Man as a character, because a lot of times he's young, he's in high school, so it's like I can't nitpick this part of it because that's not my guy. So this is what, like, it's kind of what you said, like, well, this is what Spider-Man kind of is. It's the best version of what it is. So I kind of found myself, once I kind of was like that, I found myself like really enjoying it. I mean, like, if you're going to ask me, Spider-Man has never been my guy. Because I'm not, and I've never been like the guy that like likes the hero that's like shoots a web, like, well, it does the quippies. I'm not a quippy guy. You know what I mean? I don't like that, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's kind of funny when you're watching it, but that's not my favorite character. My favorite characters are, for some reason, always the ones like the anti-hero. Or
You like the big brute.
I like big brutes, or I like the ones that like have like the dark past, like Wolverine. Like it's always like it's pain at all times. Like
You like the
I like the look of the brute ones.
You
That's
like
what
the
I like
animal.
strength though. I like strength. No.
Swamp Thing.
I like Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing's great.
Swamp Thing's great.
This
His character's great, too. I
lane.
like.
The beautiful groundwork and the potential building block for what we really want. An all-combined universe with a Spider-Man in an Avengers fighting X-Men with Sinister Sixes and space in the mix.
Right. I
I just
understand.
don't think there's anything wrong with like it being like a mix of like what a superhero. I mean, it's different. It's still different. Like if we just got like Spider-Man Spider-Man like in Winter Soldier type movie, it'd be like cool. Yeah, well we've seen that too. You just like that better.
I guess the thing with Winter Soldier, Civil War is he was already Spider-Man. Like you kind of had the feeling he was already established, and this was like it wasn't really established. And we've got, I guess, if we didn't just have like if this wasn't the third reboot of Spider-Man, where he's like learning how to
Still got the training wheels.
Right.
We should be thankful for that though. I think in a way though, because I think if this wasn't the third reboot, we would have gotten that goddamn spider bite. And I'm so thankful that we didn't have to see him bit by that
We
spider.
may as well. I mean, we may as well see
Really?
him.
Because we never had to deal with like
We kind of did.
not really. We had to deal with the suits enhanced, but that's even different. Like we didn't.
Yeah.
He was very. He'd already do all the web slinging and shooting. He's already been fighting crime. Like he's been doing all that. We kind of actually picked it up like midway through. Like this already felt like sort of a sequel. A whole movie could have happened with him learning just to be Spider-Man. First half of the movie's him getting bit by that damn spider, all right? And then he does the stupid wrestling match, and then he.
I hate that wrestling
match.
I forgot about
so
that.
you don't realize what you're not getting.
I don't know. I don't want that.
This felt like
period.
a sequel. This felt like a sequel to me. felt like a sequel to me. Like nobody was like
But
introduced. Like it all kind of
no,
seemed
but he was still doing the thing where like the scene with the. Even though I liked that scene because I liked the dude he was interrogating, he still was doing the thing where he's like, I don't know how to be Spider-Man.
So you want like 35-year-old Spider-Man where he's just like he's been on the streets for years already.
I do.
Yeah,
Grizzled.
I do.
Grizzled.
I just want him like in the Avengers doing cool Spider-Man things. I don't want to see him.
You don't
Like-
so you don't even really want like a movie, like his movie.
We've had so many movies.
You prefer him like not to even have his own movie.
If he had a movie, I would have preferred they just focused more on him just being like. I feel like these movies try too hard to make them like normal people.
I don't want a Spider-Man movie. I'll be honest. I just want all
Yeah.
Avengers. Just
Right.
Avengers 16.
Like they try too hard to make it just like I'm just a normal guy with spider powers. But we go to these movies knowing you're not a normal guy, and then they do stuff in the movies that.
But if you got powers, if you had powers, like all of a sudden like Rob has powers, right? Like yeah, you'd be different, but you'd still be you. You'd still be Rob too. Like what's Rob doing? I don't know. He's playing Xbox. Like when people be like, he shouldn't be playing Xbox. He should be out there stamping crime.
No,
He's got beam eyes. Use the eyes.
I understand.
Like you have to be.
It's a preference.
Well, which I get.
We've had so many. I guess it's just we've had so many origin stories, and I hate origin stories.
I don't feel this was an origin story.
It was to an extent, and I felt like the high school stuff was kind of like unneeded. On top of the main plot, because if you just focused on him just trying to win over Tony Stark without like worrying about Homecoming Dance, like
yeah, but you don't even have a whole movie there. That's I mean, which we could.
You do though, because he really didn't do a lot with the high school. It was mostly about him. Like, I mean, even the stuff he did, like at the Washington Monument, it could have just been strangers. It's like, oh shit, there's people in there, and he's doing that. Like, you didn't need that whole.
Well, what's he doing in Washington?
Following the Vulture because he put the tracking bug on him.
So he just went to Washington.
He went to Washington. He
with his high school money.
Took the tracker.
I'm not picking at you. It's just like,
he could ride.
We need his life story to get him around.
I mean, really the problem.
It didn't even have to be Washington.
I mean,
really.
Chicago. The problem really with Spider-Man from the initial get-go for you, kind of, is like, which I kind of did too, honestly. I mean, I am agreeing in a sense of what you're saying, because I got very annoyed in a way. Now, I didn't because I knew it was Marvel, so I knew it would be good. But I was initially kind of annoyed when I heard. I was like, oh my god! Remember, I was like, oh, Spider-Man's gonna be 15. He's gonna be in high school. And I was like, oh my gosh! Like, I don't want Spider-Man high school. So I agree with that, with what you're saying. But like, this is kind of what we have now, and for me to be like irritated with this, like, well, he's not gonna be a man. He's not gonna be Spider-Man for another like couple years. So it's like I can't really.
I agree 100%.
Harp on that. So I found everything in the movie very enjoyable. And the way they did it was good. I mean, I wouldn't have cut out anything. I actually, like I said, I enjoyed all the high school parts because if this is what the Spider-Man that we're going to have, being 15, being in high school, I enjoyed all that.
Right.
If I was in charge, Spider-Man never would have been 15. He would have been 25 and already been doing this for a while.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, for what, I agree, for what we got, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if for that direction in that movie, that was awesome. I didn't feel like you needed to have it be in that area, but, it's...
I mean, a little tiny bit, though, when I was watching the movie, I was kind of like, you know what, it's sort of cool that he's younger, because, like, all the other Avengers are older, and we've been kind of getting the same kind of thing there. It's kind of fun to have, like, a different, younger perspective a little bit. I mean, it's just, I thought it was fun. I thought the movie was fun.
No, I agree.
I mean, in that aspect, I mean, we just would have had, like, another movie. I feel like if we would have had Spider-Man where he was 25, would have been great. Wouldn't have complained about it. But it probably still would have felt the same in a different way. Like, oh yeah, it just kind of felt like not as good, or maybe as good Doctor Strange or whatever. It's just kind of like, yeah, they're all the same. You can only do so much, I feel like, in these movies.
Yeah, I feel like with this one, it's like I'm so tired of seeing the struggle between a person being both a normal person and the hero. It's like, I've seen this for like decades now. I'm really tired of it. And it's just seeing it again. Not saying that it brought the whole movie down at all. It was a great movie. And the thing is, I knew we were getting that. I knew this is Spider-Man and everything, and he's in high school, so we're getting the struggle between being a high school student. That's what the fucking synopsis said whenever we saw it last year, right? So it's like, I knew, I was well aware that was coming, so I was able to brace for it. But it's like, I'm also getting very tired of this same recycled material.
That's my point.
You know what we need?
What's the fresh material we need?
Someone who's
What is it?
What is a grown man who's just a hero in the suit or out of the suit, and always wants to be just a hero.
I think this is a segue.
War Machine.
Yeah, we got no legs.
Hey!
War
We can
Machine.
fix that so easy.
Yeah, no legs.
War Machine's coming. There's no way. Like, I don't want to guarantee it, but War Machine's gonna be walking like nothing when they're fighting Thanos.
Yeah.
And he'll probably get like hit with another thing because, unfortunately, because unfortunately, a lot of these characters are, they're the kind of characters where they're not putting the spotlight on them. They're the ones that are the disposable ones.
Somebody's gonna have to go down in one of those movies.
I hope the whole old Avengers just get wiped out. I need the new guys in, dude. Like, I need Vision, I need Ant-Man, I need Scarlet Witch, I need Thor to go, I need Iron Man to go, I need Hulk to go, I need Cap to go, I need Black Widow to get the fuck out. Like, I need a clean slate. Bring in Spidey, bring in Black Panther, bring in War Machine. We didn't get enough of them. It's like, I need those old guys out. Yeah. Like, they've been Avengers for over 10 years now. Time to go. Like, get Doc Strange in. We've got a good group. Guardians. Bring them in.
Well, for me, I'm just biased because these guys have never been my guys. So
right, yeah, that too.
When everyone gets excited about certain characters, it's like the same thing with me and like the X-Men. Like, not everybody likes the X-Men I like, but when you see that, oh, cool, we're getting like Cap 25, and you're like, I don't really like Cap. Never liked Cap.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Not a big fan of like the Hulk, hulking around, like, and then you get these movies where it's just not my guys, like with you and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, you enjoy them for being good movies, and they're cool in those movies, but then there's only a certain amount of you can care.
So much that I can really like invest that much. Like, kind of like, because at first, like, again, I was like, he's so jokey. Some of them were hitting, some more, and then I was like, why do I care? This is what Spider-Man's supposed to be like. This is what he's like. I like Spider-Man, but not in love with Spider-Man. He's not my guy. So I was like, this is what he is. This is the fucking movie it is.
So Spider-Man's like one of my guys.
What the fuck do I think I'm going to?
Yeah.
I want to get there and him fucking be Wolverine?
His claws out.
Fucking claws out. Fucking healing factor? Like, what the fuck do I want?
You probably like it.
Woo!
Dude, how great for you, though, because... Yeah, you just had Wolverine after Wolverine movie.
Yeah, I Wolverine. Like, I've been very lucky with Wolverine, except for like the timeline, and the whole like universe that surrounds him is kind of a fucked thing. So it's like, yes, I have a good Wolverine. Like, Wolverine's cool.
You even got a Wolverine where he was disemboweling people and like chopping heads off and shit.
Great.
That was good.
That was
great.
Yeah. That was great.
Like, I mean, just
that was great. No, it was good. Being a Wolverine fan it's been good.
It's
been good.
All the other X-Men I've gotten to watch them all die.
Well, what's also nice about being a Wolverine fan is like you kind of I feel like I kind of know that at some point I'm going to get like a new Wolverine, and that'll be cool too. I would love for Marvel to get. It would just be insane if Marvel somehow got the rights back. And we got like the actual like what, because even as much as I like Wolverine and we've gotten a lot of cooler, he's never really been exactly like the right Wolverine. Like, he's too tall.
Not comic book accurate type of
so
thing.
handsome.
He's so handsome.
Very handsome. I'll take that again. But I mean, there's little aspects like that, but like overall, like it's been fucking great.
Yeah, we've got good Wolverine.
But he's surrounded by like not so good stuff sometimes.
Well, because the movies.
I mean, I feel like the X-Men movies, the early ones too, are not quite as bad as like aging with like the Spider-Man movies have aged, but they haven't aged quite as well. Like X-Men 1 and X-Men 2 are it's like that old style of superhero movies a little bit. I really like Days of Future Past. But like if you break it down, you're still kind of like, none of these characters ever like 100% feel like what their characters are supposed to be like.
They don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I like some of these interpretations, like I really like Magneto, love Fassbender. He's probably the closest to probably what he's kind of like. Professor X is. I always like Professor. I mean, I like.
Yeah.
I like McAvoy's Professor X a lot. You know, and I like I think for what Professor X is supposed to be, Patrick Stewart's always been a good Professor X. It's just kind of like
I don't think they gave him much.
Professor X doesn't do that
They
much. I
didn't
mean,
give him-
he's a guy in a wheelchair with a bald head. That's it. That's all you got. I mean, what do you got? What else do you got? I mean, but he was commanding, and he felt like the leader, and he was, you know, he felt like he had best interest for everybody, and they all liked him. So I mean, you get that aspect of it, you know. But
I don't know.
But you get these shitty interpretations of like a shitty Nightcrawler,
I know.
Yeah.
and you get like two angels. You get like an overdone Mystique. You know, you get like a shit version of Colossus. He just shows up, and in the third one, he's just like useless in it. You get an Iceman that only turns ice for like a minute. Then when he does the next one, his head's right off.
And his head smashed.
You get a Bishop, and he's just Bishop because he's black. You get Storm, who's never done anything really.
I think Storm's one of my favorites.
You know, you get Cyclops, who he's kind of good in the first one a little bit. You know, but then he kind of gets bitched with his like NSYNC music, killed off in the third. You know what I mean? And Wolverine, honestly, like I said, I like Wolverine, but his kind of character doesn't do exactly what Wolverine really, I think, would do. Like he kind of ends up being like far too involved with the school, and kind of like a good guy, and he's
really
a good guy, but he's kind of like supposed to be like way more animal-like.
Right.
You know what I mean? And hard to deal with.
Right.
And like this Wolverine's like everybody like he's like kind of likable. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
he's supposed to be that guy.
banging everybody.
He's supposed to be that guy that is F. He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
F authority.
He almost could be a bad guy, but he's not.
Right.
Yeah.
But he has his heart's in the right place, but he doesn't really. He's a loner, so he's never really like comfortable with like the group.
I go where I want to go.
But in the movies, he is the group.
Yeah.
Like he's the come on everybody.
Yeah, well, especially if you watch the X-Men 3, X-Men United, you watch like the end of that one. I think he's the only one left.
Right.
It's like him and Stone. They're like running the house now.
No, I know. I hate the X-Men movies. I hate because they were my guys growing up. You watch like the animated show, the '90s X-Men, and you just think like I don't know how they can translate it. I don't even know if they can translate it like the '90s X-Men to a good movie. I mean, if anyone could do it, Marvel could do it.
Marvel could do it. They do all their stuff like pretty.
Yeah, but they even with Marvel, they do like
They do interpretations a lot.
They do like they did with the Shocker, where it's just like a guy with
they kind of shit on some
I was
characters.
wondering.
Yeah,
I was
really
wondering
do.
if that
like Hawkeye kind of got shit on. He was just a dude. They didn't give him like his wing helmet. You know.
Yeah, maybe they tried it out.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe there's some like photos of
There's
him
a
with
photo
the
out there.
mask, like, and they were just like.
Yeah,
No.
that's the thing. Some
No.
of them just
You
don't.
have to think.
translate.
You have to think like out
It's
there
so big.
because you have to think if you're out there going like.
I disagree. They could
Like
have
there's
done.
a Wolverine helmet out there, and for some reason, it
I know.
was teased that it
It
never
was
made
teasing
it.
and never made it.
Well, I think they could do it in a way
You
that
think they could do the Hawkeye mask?
they could not the mask, but maybe they could do like a helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe give him goggles. Something.
Also,
Something for
Look
the
at
eyes.
look at the
Yeah.
vultures.
Yeah.
Look
A
at
helmet.
Exactly.
a helmet
Yeah, but the
always
vulture-
makes
but
sense
the-
to me when they're out there in combat.
Exactly.
Right.
So yes,
Yeah.
okay, I'm with you. He should have something
They could have done
other
something.
than
They could have made
A
him a
tank
little
top.
more purple. He's, kind of,
Yeah, a
he's
little-
barely purple. He's got like a purple like the Han Solo.
I feel like
I
some
got
of those
stripes.
characters hard though. Like you had a purple
Yeah.
Hawkeye running out there, just like some dude in purple shooting arrows. It's like,
Dude,
I mean,
I think if
maybe
he was
you
wearing-
would have liked him because you like Hawkeye, but I think he would have lost a lot.
Lockhawk.
You like Hawkeye.
If he had like a dark purple, like a
Uh-huh.
purple, like a bluish purple
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
vest
true.
with like gray pants or just something, like he would look cool. Like make it like kind of like leathery.
So you're a Hawkeye guy?
Yeah, of the Avengers, I've always liked Hawkeye the best. In the movies, I mean, he's kind of just guy with bow and arrow, which is what he is.
I thought he was good in Avengers too.
Yeah, but that's a whole different. we argued that.
I can't be on the purple situation.
'Cause
Or
you
the
can't
purple
see
army because
purple.
I can't fucking see purple. Look blue to me.
Charles is like,
I
he hasn't been
didn't even know it was
purple
purple.
this
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I just learned something today.
I thought he was comic accurate.
I like the like if you were to have like kind of like how the Shocker looks in the comics, but like kind of did that purple, like that kind of material, I think Hawkeye would look cool with like the gloves.
Yeah, I don't mind too much when they like at least do something like with Hawkeye. At least they put him in gear.
Yeah,
he's in gear. That's why like Shocker was a bummer to me. It's like he's like wearing normal clothes and just has the glove.
Yeah, I saw they kind of did a very half-assed thing where he had kind of like some semblance of it. Very shitty, like, but it was there. Like, I was hoping the whole time, like, please just put on like the mask. You're a criminal.
Well, that's what's funny.
Know, put the hood over.
Because like what draws me to characters sometimes, like, because you make a lot of these not assumptions. Like a lot of these things happen when you're young, and when you're young, you don't even like pay that much attention of like how the character actually is. It's more like what he looks like and what power he has, right?
Oh, yeah.
I always liked the Shocker because for some reason I liked the way he looked, and I like electricity.
He looks cool.
I know nothing about like what the Shocker's like.
No.
I liked Wolverine kind of because I kind of liked that he had claws, and I always liked the healing thing. You probably liked Cyclops like early on because he thought he was cool that he like shot the optic beam.
I just thought he looked cool.
You become older, then you because you like the character, then you start liking his personality and stuff.
Yeah, well,
which is why I'm attracted to like the guys that are strong. I just like destruction.
Right. It's just kind of like you project, I guess.
Yeah.
You project what you kind of like want to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see a thing and it's like, oh, I want to be super strong. That connects with me. Or like I want to shoot beams or like stuff like that, or I want to shoot webs, or I mean, I don't know if anyone wants to shoot webs, but like, it's.
I'd be open to it.
I'd be open to it, but it's not like your first.
It's definitely not one of my picks.
It's not the first
right.
Not one of my picks.
Like that's the same reason I was drawn to Iceman too, is because he was cool. He fucking had ice power.
I always liked Iceman as well because like I love the idea of like ice.
Right, and he
ices things.
He ices up.
I'd be doing the lame X-Men movie X-Men Iceman shit.
Oh, dude.
Yo, Pepsi's warm?
Yeah, I'll be icing everything. I'll be icing everybody. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Joel. Probably this heat wouldn't even bother me. You could just like cool yourself all.
Oh God, that'd be great. Yeah.
Like even though Cyclops is my favorite, I'd rather have Iceman powers.
Well, you'd rather have the powers, right?
Of Iceman over Ivy.
Well, that's how it is too. Like I like Wolverine a lot, but I'm not necessarily want his powers. Like if I would like. I like Iceman's powers is always cool. For some reason, Magneto's powers to me is always like I think I really enjoy that. Like
Magneto, well,
just like being able to like levitate like cars and shit.
I always
just be like a dick like that.
I'd be the worst supervillain. If I had Magneto's powers, I'd be throwing cars.
Oh, I'd be a horrible.
Someone cuts me off on the highway. Whoop!
You're onto the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, and a lot of people don't really like Electro because like he looks kind of dorky like with his thing. But because I kind of always liked electrical powers, I always liked Electro. People talk a lot of shit on Electro.
I felt like Shocker was a better.
I think Shocker looks cooler. Like his uniform looks cooler. But I never like when it's not your power.
When they're just using gun.
So he has gloves. Like that's why I like.
Yeah.
To the day of my deathbed, when like Tom's favorite thing is like Iron Man, I was like, if the suit's gone, he's nothing.
Yeah.
Iron Man's nothing. So I was kind of irritated when he was all like, "Oh, if you're nothing without the suit, then you're nothing." Like if you're nothing, you're the suit guy. If you're nothing without that suit, you're nothing. You're just like if we took away your suit and your money, you are nothing.
But nothing. That money.
Suit money guy. Suit money. He's just another piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if I had the electrical power, you can't take that from me.
Yeah.
You can't take it. You can put me in fucking max prison, but I can still be like hitting the wall. Even if you have like a prison cell that holds me, I can still be like, whatever, like all irritated. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It's in me. You can't take it from me. Like,
I agree.
I wouldn't drink that water. I'm gonna shuck that water.
That's the thing.
They wrap you in a rubber suit.
That's the thing that always annoyed me about Spider-Man is his webs aren't him.
Yeah,
it's like a web shooter.
Yeah,
that was one of the only things I liked from
the
Sam Raimi ones is that I liked that his web actually was like because that makes sense. Spider has
it never
web.
made sense to me that it wasn't him. Like, and the fact that
he'd shoot it out his ass.
Well, but
we don't need to do that.
I liked it because I thought it showed his genius.
he doesn't have 8 legs either.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. We want Danny DeVito Man
Where are we
Spider.
drawing these lines?
It shows his genius,
Right there at the ass.
At the
web.
ass web?
I'm with the ass web. I'm on your side.
but he
I
has.
think
He could go upside down like a spider.
it's always pulling from under.
He does that though. He like dangles like
He does do the ass shot.
It always bothered me because it's like, first of all, you have these web cartridges. Like, how much ammo's in a web cartridge?
Always part of his story. He's always trying to make more.
Okay,
He's always trying to make them more efficient.
but he's zipping and zapping around the city on just the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause-
And he carries them in his belt. He got backups.
okay.
Quick
Yeah.
reloads.
He fucks up a lot. Like
I agree though. I've never been that into the web.
I would rather it's like he has like a little gland, like in the old movies where it's him.
I just like I've always liked the shooter because it just shows his genius. I like genius as part of
Okay,
a guy.
I agree with that.
that's fair.
But whatever.
I
Here's
was,
the other thing. Going back to the Shocker, because I'm not I didn't even know what his costume looked like until I Googled it. I like what they did here.
Really?
I like what they did as an homage to it. You know, like he's got the web kind of netting kind of thing, and
On
then
the
he's got the netting on the jacket sort of
Uh-huh.
situation.
Uh-huh.
And then on the second Shocker, he's got yellow sleeves.
I kind of wanted a little bit more. I wanted like a face
A
mask.
face hood thing.
I feel like I would have
would've
been good
been
with that. Yeah.
I get that. But I think if my uncreative ass was doing it, I wouldn't even gotten that close with the yellow sleeves.
so they gave him both yellow sleeves.
Yeah. And the other guy, his has even got kind of like the pattern.
Yeah, the other guy actually has the. I wish they would have given, like, the new Shocker that.
Mhm.
I would have rather the new Shocker because if the old one's just going to get disintegrated,
Yeah.
like don't make him the cooler looking one, uniform wise.
That disintegration was shocking. I don't know if that guy's big to anybody else other
he
than
was-
us
he
because
was-
of Prometheus.
He's in Prometheus, yeah.
But because of Prometheus, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This guy's gonna be in more movies.
He's got a second strand of Prometheus. Too,
No.
really.
Yeah.
He was
I think
such
he's
a.
very trailer heavy in Prometheus, but then when you watch Prometheus, he's kind of just like one of the guys that's. I mean, he's her husband, so he's a little bit more prominent, but he's also just there to like get fucking that shit put in.
I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, he was in 24.
Yeah.
He's lame in 24. Not necessarily the actor's lame; it's just his character's super annoying in 24.
There's a lot of that in 24.
Everybody's lame in 24.
I never realized how much of a
24.
Tom Hardy lookalike he was.
I thought it was Tom Hardy for the.
Until-
I thought it was
until
Tom
he
Hardy.
showed up,
For a
and I was
second, I was like, dude, I thought when I watched 24, it took me a while. I was like, oh, this is like an early Tom Hardy thing, and then I was like, oh, that's not Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I really thought.
And
that
I thought
was-
for a really quick second that this was Tom Hardy. I'm like, oh, fucking Tom Hardy! He's fucking in it.
I was like, he's supposed to be Venom, and then he disintegrated him. I was like, that's not Tom Hardy.
And then I was like, oh, it's not Tom Hardy. It's the fucking guy from Prometheus.
Oh, they're doing Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're doing like
It's
a Venom
locked in,
movie,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's locked in.
Did you guys like his friend?
Ned? Yeah, I liked Ned. I thought he was good.
Did you like Ned?
He was fine. I mean, he was the typical,
Friend?
like, he was good for what he was. They always have, I don't know, I watched, like, did you ever watch, like, Static Shock?
Of course.
Yeah, like, it was just kind of like, they always have that guy who, he doesn't really contribute, although they did make Richie later, like, have powers.
Yeah.
But they're always, like, the guy who's, like, they don't do anything really, and then they're, oh, I want to tell everybody your secret. It was like,
What is this?
it was
I
the
have no
same
idea.
guy. That
It was like
you've
a
seen.
rumor
No,
what they thought he
I
was going to
think
look
that
like.
was great.
I
I
think
like
so,
that
yeah.
I like that he knocked that too. Like, they poked fun at that outside
Weird.
the fourth
He
wall
never
kind of
looked like
thing
that.
without actually doing the Deadpool thing and talking to us. Especially when he's talking about how, like, if I had these powers, I would just like stand on a building and fire it just to see how far I could fire it.
I liked him for, he was good. The guy did a good job. It was, he was a good character for that kind of character. I'm just not huge on that kind of character because it always seems like the hero just gets too big for that guy.
I thought they were gonna kill him.
I didn't think that.
Because he was funny. He instantly attaches with the audience. Even in like the trailers, you kind of like attach to him. It's like, oh, it's a good buddy. I thought he was gonna like take like the Gwen Stacy role and just get killed right away and like make it like too real, and then I was gonna be bummed. Speaking to the Rossi picture that they're passing around right now, I think it's gonna be like a deleted scene or something.
Oh, I see.
Because that was like a spoiler I saw like last year.
Yeah, because I was like, damn, that's a good one.
Well, no, when I was just looking at those too, I was like
That
realizing like
costume
I'm like
for Shocker.
they easily could have put the Shocker in a suit because like
See, I would have liked that.
they easily could have put the
I
Shocker
would've
in a
liked
suit
that.
because the idea like when you're dealing with electricity, like you might need a suit so you don't fucking shock yourself.
Yeah,
Right. It's
That's
like,
why the Shocker has that suit.
it's like insulation.
I'm surprised that
It would have been a very easy one to do.
I forgot about that until I saw it when I was Googling the image also, that I was like, oh, that's right, I did see that. They announced that the Shocker was going to be in it because they had someone taking a picture of dude walking down the fire escape.
Right.
And
So imagine like you see that guy
reshoots.
instead of seeing like the guy was fine, but it was just a dude with a shotgun.
That's all it would have taken. If the guy would have been in that suit, I would have like, Shocker was
Yeah.
the best part of the movie.
Just put that suit on. I'm on board.
I don't get what the fuck like Hollywood has against suits.
They
Like
hate
they
it.
barely put their heroes in suits. I feel like this movie they did good though. We had a lot of Spider-Man in his suit. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, they never.
But, like, what the
They've
fuck,
always been
guys?
good about.
Like-
They've always been good about putting Spider-Man.
To argue it? Then why get an actor? You just get a stuntman in a suit.
Fine with me.
That's fine.
Hey, man.
I like that actually.
Then you won't get a quality movie.
I feel like Avengers.
need
I mean, I feel like
actors.
the Marvel universe and the Avengers have done the most suits though. I mean, like Thor's in a suit, Cap's in a suit,
Dude, they're changing the world.
except for Hawkeye doesn't have enough purple.
But if he got a helmet, dude, we fucking already smung one guy.
I mean, like
Yeah.
some suits don't.
Give him a Cap
Some
helmet.
suits work, some
Fucking
suits don't.
purple
Like,
it.
Dude, you could have given him.
why would Scarlet Witch show up in a suit?
What if he picked up an old Cap helmet and said, I need to Hawkeye this up, and just kind of purpled it and put an H on that bitch?
You know,
Yeah,
you could have done even
Helmet does make sense.
what the Nova Corps helmets. I like those helmets. Those you could have done that for Hawkeye. I don't know. You probably
Hawkeye,
can't picture
He
it.
needs a helmet. Huh? I like
He
it.
needs something. He needs
You
something.
kind of have sold me on the helmet.
He
You
needs
sold me on
something.
the
If he's not a helmet, like
He's
maybe
out.
like
He's
you know,
he needs a helmet. Let's be
He
honest. We all know he needs it.
right.
Let's all
I
be
mean,
honest.
it just gives him a little something more that makes him stand out a little more than just like guy.
Where's my super suit?
Yeah.
All right.
Like the Judge Dredd helmet, the Nova Corps.
Yeah. Like if Hawkeye kind of had something like that, but it was like they did something. I don't know. Just something
Yeah.
unique. I mean, they made Vulture look freaking cool, and he looked like
but like Vulture was in a. You guys are all like really into that Vulture costume. But that was not a suit. That was like a flight suit. Like if you guys want the suits, like Vulture should be in a green suit, like flapping his wings with a little fucking feathery thing around him, and like
I'm not
they
saying-
call me Tootin'
it doesn't
Feathers.
need to be one for one, but
Yeah.
they need to do like because with Vulture,
Because Vulture, like it made sense. He was like he was basically in the Rocketeer uniform. He had like a flight jacket
yeah,
and a helmet.
So I liked it.
the Rocketeer.
Right, but that was
the Rocketeer.
But that's an easy one. That's an easy one to do. Like certain characters, like that's an easy one to do. Put him in that, but we all accept that because it's a flight jacket. But like for Hawkeye, it's like, the helmet I could buy. A helmet that I can buy. Like the idea of like him being in a like I get you saying you want a dark purple. Like if you had full control, like Rob, we're gonna let you design the Hawkeye. Would you just put him like straight from the comic book? Because like I feel like in a real world situation, like he's the purple guy standing out. Like okay, who am I gonna find to snipe here? Purple.
Unless it's me sniping. I'll never find him.
I'm still looking for blue.
yeah, but that argument. I mean, because Cap stands out. He's blue
It's true.
and Hulk's green.
Yeah, but they shoot at Hulk.
Okay, but like
Yeah.
you're right. You know, but like a lot of them stand out anyway. So.
I think some on certain ones are like Hawkeye. They could have like put more imagination into it though.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
They
it's
could have
just
given him like the H, like an H belt or something, like something that kind of like even if they put say they didn't do the helmet, but he has the gear on, but he kind of has like an engraved like H or something. That kind of like that's like it's like a suit. Like he's not just putting on like the tactical suit that we all just grabbed.
right.
Like because he looks like he's just like he just has one of the shield.
Right. He looks like he's just a shield agent.
He's
But
a
like-
shield archer.
But he had like a
Right,
special like kind of at least it's the Hawkeye suit.
Exactly.
It has Hawkeye symbols on it or something. All right.
Like he's one of those random guys in Shield headquarters who like the explosion sends him flying out of the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Like he's dressed like that.
I'm with it. Let's get him a helmet. Let's get him purple. But we're not bringing the loincloth.
I don't want the loincloth.
The
I'm
loincloth.
going to pass on the
Hey,
loincloth.
we don't pick and choose.
Yeah, you don't want to throw that loincloth
They're
in
like,
there.
I need to make sure he's got a dick and it's dangling.
Right beyond the
It's
loincloth.
like it's always there. It's just like
Let me see.
there's like a newer iteration. I think it's like whatever.
But see, even that purple, that's not like that bad of purple.
Nah, the purple's fine. Yeah, there's a blue guy. There's a green guy. There's a hot rod gold guy.
Hot rod.
You know what? The purple guy kind of blends in now.
Exactly. Just do a little more to make him not just.
take away the eye wings. A combat helmet makes
Yes.
sense with an H on it. Do they ever call him Hawkeye? They call him Barton the whole time, right? Do they ever say, or do they
It's
say?
even named Hawkeye.
Well, I know in the beginning, like,
say-
it says the hawk.
Where's the
Oh,
Hawk
where's
at?
the
He's
Hawk?
a
I
high.
think they say Hawkeye.
I'm trying to think of one.
I think they say Hawkeye.
I don't know. Even this one, like, is too. That just looks like Mr. Smith from The Matrix or something. Like,
This is one of those where they're trying to make everybody cool. This is like the newer look.
Yeah, they do
I
call
don't-
him Burton a lot.
I'm sure they've called. I think they called him like the Hawkeye or something. Like his code name is.
Yeah, like his code name's Hawkeye.
But like they call him in the. They just call him Barton. the
Clint.
whole time.
They call him
Clint and Barton. They just call him his name.
Legolas.
Legolas. yes.
Fuck her up, Legolas.
Anything else? Any closing remarks? Good.
Fuck that episode of Twin Peaks.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to say, for the record, and I know our 30 listeners or whoever downloaded it, it might have just been like me downloading it 30 times.
It's a complete mystery.
Yeah. Episode 8 of The Return of Twin Peaks, spoilers, sucked ass. And I'm the only one, me and Naft are the only people in the world, apparently, who don't think it's just pure genius.
I wish I got that Kool-Aid. I want to enjoy it. I want to look at that nuke explosion for 5 minutes and go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about for TV.
Oh, I know, dude. Oh, it broke new ground. And
That's the birth of evil, man.
they've redefined television.
Not what I got.
No.
They redesigned Sleep Aid.
Yeah, I hear.
See, it's like he likes it. He's on board.
Here's the thing. I didn't hate it like you guys.
It's crazy.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't like sitting there like I was not thinking it was fucking genius. Like I was. I thought it was kind of trippy, and I thought it was weird, and I still think I'm still under this like false thing. I keep thinking things are gonna pay
I like how you
off.
say false because you don't have any confidence.
I have no real confidence, but I feel like it's all going to pay off. And if it all pays off, and we got actual information from that episode, then yes, it's fine. But the idea that everybody's just like, genius! Genius! It's like fucking shitty abstract art where you're like, dude,
That's exactly what it is.
no, that is fucking an ink splot of like different colors.
That's
like,
exactly what
that's
it is.
not genius.
Naps said it the best when he said it was the Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah,
That's
man.
exactly what I think it is.
Nobody wants to tell him.
Nobody wants to tell. Nobody wants to say they didn't like it because then you're not. Well, you just don't understand. David Lynch's genius. That's just his style. You just don't understand David Lynch's style. What I understand is you spent 40 fucking minutes going through an atomic bomb cloud. Like, I waited a week to watch this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm always like, I'll take some of that stuff, but I need plot, and that's what this whole season so far has been. It's just like, where is the plot?
I just don't want to feel like my time's being wasted.
Like if it doesn't turn out at all.
Right,
If it turns out somehow and it flips me and it's like, okay, yeah.
Even if it turns out you didn't need. I'm going to say this right now. Like, I don't think, no matter what your style is, you don't need to just repeat something for 10 minutes and just waste everybody's time when it didn't add anything. Like, it didn't add anything.
Well, I mean, it could have.
It could have, yeah, but it didn't.
Because I think that slug thing was the little bug slug wind thing. I think that's the that's
Bob.
That's Bob.
Right,
That's
but
Bob.
That's how Bob got here.
when you do,
He comes down.
okay, but that whole origin story was completely bullshit nonsensical. So if you're gonna have a bullshit nonsensical,
We got
origin-
we got Lurch again.
Yeah, we got Lurch. if it's gonna be nonsense, you may as well just not do an origin story. Because if it's just, well, he came from some weird like fetus alien that like threw up 30 balls, and Bob was ahead in one of the balls. That didn't solve. Thanks for clearing that up. Like, cool. I know Bob now.
I'm super confused. I don't know what they're trying to do.
So you're not going to watch tonight's episode?
Oh, that's right. You made that.
I made that statement, but it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No,
And I've mellowed, and I'm like, if it's on there, I'm off Monday and Tuesday.
You're brave.
I'm fucking gonna watch it, dude. I'm gonna cave and I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna fall asleep.
I'm watching it too because I liked Twin Peaks. I like Twin Peaks. I like the original so much. I want to see what they do with it.
I like what those first 2 seasons was.
It's interesting. I wonder if it's like they've given too much reign to him or something, maybe. It's very David Lynch. Like, it's gone so just like the whole series is just all bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other one had bizarre stuff, but it was still like even the stuff that we didn't like with too much of like the town stuff and too much of the diner and stuff like. But even those scenes, like, the people were a little weird. They were weird, but it's still like normal scenes. Like, yeah, I didn't really care what some of them were doing, but at least still like, I don't know, still like you could follow something.
Well,
Like, we've so far, except for sort of like following Dougie, even though you don't care what is happening. I get that like things are happening there, but it's like, what the fuck does it mean, and when does it turn into something I give a shit about?
I don't even. Here's the thing. Here's the tragic thing too. Is episode 7? I thought was what this show should be. Episode 7 was great. They had a little bit of the mystery. They had a little bit of the town. Like,
Right.
Things were happening.
And that's when he kind of did like his FBI like move.
Yeah.
Kinda guy.
Yeah.
Did the FBI move?
So it was like kind of something was there. If
Like-
that would have been episode 3,
Right.
like, hey, it's coming.
But if we got like, because since they're only, 18 is a lot of episodes for TV nowadays. Now it's
Yeah.
like you're lucky you get 10. But if they would have just kind of made them all like episode 7-ish instead of like, yeah, throw maybe 1 or 2, or it's like, as long as it's moving towards something, like you said. If this just becomes like a thing where David Lynch is like, it's art. And
You know, and at the end, it's just like
then I'm gonna smash. Like I'll buy the return DVD and just smash it.
and at the end, it's just like an Inception thing when there's like a spinning bottle cap.
Right.
Like, you decide. Decide what?
I hate
You
when
didn't
they
even give me information.
I hate when they let you decide. Just give me a conclusion, please. Because even if you think that, then you don't know for sure because you never get resolution. Oh, I like to think that he made it off of Jurassic Park. Well, what are you kidding? He's still in Jurassic Park.
I mean, the last scene was like the dinosaur coming down. Like, he got eaten.
Right.
Like, did he?
Did he? Like, I liked that character. Now I'll never know.
I'm still out there thinking Stannis could be alive.
Oh my god, dude. The Stannis thing was. I'm sure in all our podcasts I bitch about it every time, but that was the worst.
Like, that's the show that's known for basically, if you're killed on camera, you're dead. If you're killed off camera, you're alive.
But now it's been so long, and they're like ending the show so quickly.
Like,
I feel like he's not coming back.
He's not. He's dead.
He's dead. So why didn't just show him? Like, you don't even have to get gory if that's the issue, which is
Just-
Game of Thrones. Just slice him,
Yeah.
stab him.
Just show the head roll.
Dude, 2 minutes before that, he was
Do
like...
the shade thing.
No, but like a minute before that, there was a scene where he was like slicing dudes up, and it was gory. So it's like, what was so...
Show him die. Don't just show Brienne just go, like, for all you know, she just like
Hit
stuck
the
it,
tree.
yeah, and just said, I can't do it, my honor,
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're not going to bring Stannis back. Like, Stannis is dead, probably. So,
Well, she did tell us
Or
he's
is he?
dead.
Or is he?
So that's obviously
Yeah, she could have...
100% not
She could have
believable.
stuck... I was like, she could have stuck it in the tree and done this. She's like, well, you're banished.
Right. Totally.
If you ever come back here, I'll kill you. And he's like, okay. And then, like, he comes back.
They're
I'm
going to
not
show
even-
him running an orphanage with that bastard son we never saw again.
Yeah.
I think that
Gendry.
guy actually might show up.
I think he's showing
I
that.
like your hope. I
Well,
like
that's
that
too much.
positivity.
Well, he actually is out there. Or is he? Did he not make that boat ride?
I don't know. He had to be really clear. Stay in the boat and don't drink the water.
What if Stannis is trying to make it down to like the beach or whatever, and he comes across Gendry just rowing along?
That'd be funny if like somehow like all the lost characters kind of like showed up together
with the dog.
Because there's probably other ones, other ones we don't like remember. Like
Yeah,
smaller.
Serial Pharrell.
Yeah, Serial is on that boat. So is the dog.
Who else did they kill? They did the Blackfish.
But they said he was that they killed.
They did.
They didn't do show it.
They
Though.
didn't show it on camera, but I did feel like I got more from that one of like confirming him dead. But I agree.
Why not show it? Though?
Which I didn't like about that as well. They didn't show it because I thought they could have done a cool thing there too. Because you hear about the Blackfish being badass. There could have been a scene where he took out like kind of how they did with Sir Barristan, where he takes a couple of them out, and then he gets it. You're kind of like, he was good, because that's what you watch some certain things do. You hear these tales of things.
Right.
Like that's why it took me a really long time to like cope with like Jaime losing his hand. Because you hear so much about how badass Jaime is. Jaime's like, he's the best swordsman in the whole fucking thing. He gets one fight with Ned. That's it.
And Ned like holds his own.
And Ed holds his own. And I don't think you ever see him fight anybody. Ever again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
fights,
I think that's one of those things
his
like,
hands chopped off.
it's not really about, and then he loses to Brienne.
Wait, no, his hand was there with Brienne, wasn't it?
He loses
He
to
was
Brienne.
tied up.
He's tied up. He's tired. Like he had been like fucked up.
Right.
Or whatever, but she kind of bitches him too. It's like not even like she just beats him. He kind of like at the end she kind of is like almost like, oh wow, this is not even that bad. It's not even that hard. Do you remember the way she kind of does it? So that was like a bummer to me. So it's like and then like I think it's that same episode.
He gets his
hand cut off, and I was always like, wow, like we never got anything from that. And then you hear about Blackfish, and like I mean maybe not if you just watch the show, you probably don't hear about Blackfish. But if you read the books, it's like Blackfish is like supposed to be one of the better better swordsmen of the universe or whatever, and it's like, oh, cool, like, same thing with, but Sir Barristan got it. They gave Sir Barristan his, like, it's like if we wouldn't have got that Sir Barristan scene, like, we finally got to see Sir Barristan, hear like, how badass Sir Barristan is the whole time, and we got he like, took out, like, fucking, like, 15 dudes, and he was old.
If he didn't get his, I would have said, well, it sucks, but it seems like the show is just shitting on. Like, their theme is that it's all talk. Like, no one's as badass as they say they are. But
I mean, sort of, but I mean, I don't know.
But the thing is, Barristan got his. So he won. So it ruins my theory of that everybody's all talk.
Oh, they're all bullshit.
Because, like, even Ned is like, oh, Ned, he beat the best swordsman. He was like a double sword to save his sister. Because they do a flashback to prove that he didn't.
Yeah, but you could tell that in the book though, like that he.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The show was doing it.
Oh,
There's scenes in the show that they're clearly only in it just because they're in the book.
Yeah.
Like the Blackfish whole scene didn't even need to happen. That was just in the book. All the Dorne stuff, because they're throwing like all the Dorne stuff like out the window. So you didn't even need Dorne, really. I mean.
Well, in the books too, they talk about like Sir Arthur Dayne is supposed to be like the best swordsman of all time. So they gave him a good scene where he took out like everybody gets stabbed in the back so they get him.
Yeah.
Because I mean in the books it's like everybody's like, oh, I mean yeah, he's good. Sir Arthur Dayne. I mean,
They do, yeah.
Like they jerk off over him like that, which was like still kind of even the way he got it. I was like, I still don't feel like he should have.
That Stannis thing bugs me. Like I don't even care. Like you can kill him. I don't care. Just show it.
Yeah, it's not like you want Stannis around. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with Stannis. That was his end. He fucked up. He burned his daughter. That sucked. So, like, you deserve to die, Stannis. I just want to see you die. So, I don't think that there's a chance you're still out there.
Just run him through.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to do, like, a gory one. Do, like, the Hamlet, sword in the armpit. Oh, I diest now.
That's exactly.
The red ribbons go out.
When they're
Like, that's
shitty. They always do that in the plays of, like, the Shakespeare stuff, where it's very shitty, like, rapier that, like, wouldn't pierce skin. I die. They always get this speech, like, I lay here and die.
Anything else? You fucks have anything else?
No, I mean, I got my Twin Peaks rant. I'm still watching it, so
Yeah, tonight.
I'm the real loser.
Which really means the episode tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
All right. Well, then see you in a fortnight. Anything? I guess there's Planet of the Apes next week. Are we doing
Planet of
that?
the Apes next week.
Are we doing that? We saw the other two.
Have to, really. We don't pick and choose.
Are you doing something next week?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Can we
Not
go
a
to
season
party?
Planet of the Apes.
Toga party?
Coworker party.
Oh.
Toga party.
That'd be fun too. In the morning?
No, at night. I was thinking hang out with Jeff in the morning before he leaves.
Where's Jeff going?
Missouri.
Okay, good. Got this on. Got this on.
Yeah,
That's on here.
glad it's on here. Pretty
Well,
neat.
most of us will most likely see the Planet of the Apes movie.
Adios, Jeff. Thanks for listening. It was nice meeting you once.
What is there anything else after Planet of the Apes?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, Game of Thrones, but I mean, like
Yeah.
movie-wise, I mean, it's kind of dwindling down a little bit.
When's the...
Atomic Blonde.
I do want to see that.
I want to say there was something.
I wish I could get that low. See, I'm starting to enjoy movies, but I still like. My brain isn't quite to yours yet. Where like Atomic Blonde looks like something I want to watch.
That's hard. That's a rough.
Like Atomic Blonde looks like something that I like 100% want to miss.
Well, there's Dunkirk and Valerian.
I can't do Dunkirk.
Ooh,
I do want
Valerian.
to see Valerian.
I saw a second trailer in the theater, and God damn,
Today's
it
trailer
looked
was good. Today's trailer was good for it. I thought.
I mean, like
There's been some bad trailers for it too.
Dark Tower in August.
Dark Tower.
I want to see Dark Tower also.
Dark Tower looks good.
Dark Tower I have a weird thing with though because I read the first two books of that series. I'm like, I don't. They're hard to understand, so maybe I'm missing shit. But like when I'm watching the trailer, I'm like, that doesn't
Does not seem like the book I read.
seem like the book I read at all. I mean, yeah, the characters like their names are the same. Maybe they do some of the same things, but like plot wise,
Well, it's all supposed to be post,
which is confusing because I don't understand. Dark
and I
Tower.
don't think. And the way they're saying it in the trailer, it makes it seem like this is not the same gunslinger from the book.
His name's Roland though.
I don't know, but maybe there's two Rolands. Maybe
What's weird,
maybe
too,
he's like
is that-
Roland the second.
that
I don't
kid-
know.
The kid is in
But the
the
kid's
first
in-
book, but he like dies in the book. But like he doesn't die. Like he is the Man in Black. The first book is fucking confusing. Did you ever read it?
I've never read
You
it.
should read it. You should read the first book.
I've heard they're good books.
Yeah, the second one I liked a lot more because the second book actually made more sense. Like the first one's like maybe you would read it though. I think you're probably better reading. You retain stuff better than I do. But like, and I read it over like a long time. It took me like a while to read it. It was like kind of hard. It's a hard read actually.
Yeah.
And I was confused a lot in that one. But the second book was a lot more like it's still weird, but it's a lot more of like a normal like kind of pace and like what's happening. Like what's happening is very strange, but it's not like the first one almost felt like a dream of like what's happening, like because you're in the other world the whole time. You're like, what is going on, kind of. Or the next one, like he's like on Earth. He's like whatever. So you kind of understand characters and what's happening. I didn't make it to the third one yet. Dark Tower. See you in a fortnight, fuckers.